inside Newell Stadium in Gloucester. My name is Dominic Lorenzano, on hand to bring you this game tonight between the Beverly Panthers and the Gloucester Fishermen. Doing this in the middle of the Northeastern tonight, so, you know, we're going to do our best. Some wacky things may happen. We're going to bear with you, though, and we're going to bring you this game today. So Beverly coming into this game back-to-back after tough losses to Swampscott and Marblehead. They were in both of those games, and it's just what the doctor kind of ordered today. You never want to overlook an opponent, but Gloucester comes in. It's a very down Gloucester team. They have struggled to score points in their efforts. They've been shut out in back-to-back games. We know how good the Beverly defense is. So this is just what the doctor ordered today for the Panthers, who are looking to get healthy and get some things going for them. So against Marblehead, they lost that one by a final of 21-13. They're able to get some burst plays from Jay-Sean Stanton for one of their scores. They struggled inside the red zone, though. The defense played well up until about the fourth quarter. They were just on the field too long. And so Panthers are going to look to correct some things today against Gloucester. So tonight, injury kind of history will continue, though. I mean, Malumba is out tonight. Jay-Sean apparently right now seems to be out as well. Loretti is back, though, so that is great news for the Panthers. And expect to see a steady diet today of Loretti and Moreland running the football. Because when you're missing two of your running backs, especially that physical aspect that Malumba is, that this offense really counts on, you're going to need to have Moreland back there carrying the football.
Upon a Gloucester High School game staff member, any verbal, written, or physical contact related to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion.
So as you see, both teams getting hyped up here, and we're just about ready to start. Some of the past history between these two teams back last year, Beverly took it 21-17, and the year before Gloucester took it 25-15. These teams, this will be their 18th matchup. Right now, Gloucester leads 10-7, well, in their last recent meetings, their last 18 meetings.
Military personnel to stand.
And some of the things I look forward today, as I mentioned, Gloucester, the offense really struggling to get going. I don't worry too much about the Beverly defense today, but I am hyper-focused on the offense. Not just necessarily from a points perspective, but just from a scheme perspective on what they're going to do. When you don't have Malumba and you run based off a power run scheme. Actually, we'll take a break here for the national anthem. And you can see there with the flags, you can see what we're dealing with tonight. The wind is really, really whipping down there on the field. So as I said, could see some wacky things tonight, but I'm going to bear with you here. We're going to give you this game, all right? As I was saying, one of the things I really look forward to is just what the offense looks like. Obviously, if we're going to have Moreland behind center as a running back, you do still have that power run element. You do miss the outside threat, though, so that could bring an extra safety up in the box. We see even more of a loaded box, but it's what you got to do when you're shorthanded. Next man up. Let's figure it out. But some of the things you see with this offense when Malumba is out, it becomes kind of a boom or bust situation. Jay-Sean is a great runner, great speed. He is explosive. But asking someone like that to run between the tackles, that's not really his game. And Loretti They use him a bit as a Swiss Army knife. We've seen him run between tackles, outside tackles, catch passes. Obviously, he even kicks. So having Loretti back is huge. But again, Loretti is not your prototypical power run scheme kind of guy. And just the formations that you see, if you want to line up in base formations, 2 wide receivers, or even getting tighter than that, what Beverly does a lot, you really need a power run element. And, you know, it was sorely missed in the Marblehead game. And like I said, boom or bust. When they score points without Malumba, a lot of times it's on real big plays. And the other troublesome thing is they have to be scoring big plays. We saw them have plenty of times, big plays in that game against Marblehead that got them into the red zone. But then this is not a precision passing game, and as we said, missing the physical element of Malumba, it became hard for them to punch the ball in.
The water, it's focusing on the water on the lens.
You can see the water getting all over the lens there. Before we even started, as I said, some wacky things we could see tonight.
The Christian will start off 1st and 10 on their own 21.
I hope they throw it into the lens. Let's go for it in case you guys haven't noticed. Go, boys!
All right, so Gloucester start with the ball.
Motion.
2 guys in the backfield, man in motion.
Another the ball carrier out to the Gloucester 25-yard line.
So he gets out to about the 25.
It'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Fishermen.
Bring up a 2nd and 6. So as we mentioned, Gloucester's offense really struggling to gain any traction. They've been shut out in back-to-back games. And the strength of the Beverly team, for the most part, has been their defense, and especially that front 7 has looked really good. They'll still be without Brendan Pratt, but they've been out him with a couple of weeks, and the defense has still showed up very well. One of the main reasons, you know, one of the main cogs in the machine for the defense, Chris Curran. And Gloucester tries another run right there up the middle and finds very little room.
Gloucester 26-yard line.
Big play here. 3rd and 5.
And that'll make it a 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Yeah, third and 5. Here comes that pop pass, Shizzy. 87. Whoever's on his head's got to stick him. He's on this side, Shizzy. He's covered though. He's covered. This guy's on the line. Oh, he's in motion. Go deep.
Even on a 3rd and 5, just 1 wide receiver back there.
Nothing.
They try the outside with that run, but nothing as the Beverly defense swarms to it. He had just absolutely no room.
Number 74.
And right away, the Panthers force a 3 and out. Deep in Gloucester's own territory.
Xavier Copeland.
There's water on this lens. I'm going to make a big stop.
It looked like
tight end here.
On 2nd down, it looked like they were on down. It's hard to see though, because they're so fucking tight.
I know.
Toby Campbell back to punt.
Kevin, can you get a look at that in the next offensive?
Hey, tell Danny to move up. This kick is not going to go that far.
Yeah.
The short kick. Gloucester touches down at their own 36-yard line. The Panthers will take over 1st and 10.
So the kick away, but into the wind, it doesn't seem to have gone very far.
They ran away from. I thought it was
So the Panthers will start with excellent field position. All right, Panthers, tight formation. 3 men in the backfield. Handoff to Moreland. Runs up the middle and a good gain right there on the very first play. Gain of 6 for Moreland.
Robert, I'm having problems with the button again.
Duncan Moreland.
Give me problems again.
Second and 4.
So right away, as we said, expect to see a steady dive of Moreland out of the backfield again today, even with Loretti back.
Yeah, the record button.
So now 2nd and 4. Up the middle, nearly bursts through and gets past the 20, nearly about to the Gloucester 15.
First down to the Gloucester 18-yard line.
That's 12 yards right in the back. That's 12 yards, right? It's in the back.
Yeah, so hit it.
Put it in there, Beverly! The ball's floating away.
Down, get you some napkins.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Go, Bev!
Beverly right now, the last couple of plays, not even bothering with a wide receiver.
He's in.
And he bursts through the middle and into the end zone.
Number 8, Duncan Moreland in for the Beverly touchdown.
And right away, the Panthers get on the board. 3 straight runs from Duncan Moreland, not messing around. Don't even need wide receivers. Let's just put everything up tight and give it to the big man and let him rumble.
I wouldn't want to be kicking into
I
it.
get it.
So one officially, of course, it looks like for Moreland about there on that drive. 3 carries, 36 yards and a touchdown.
Tell him not to kick it too high.
A correction, Moreland 2 of the carries, Loretti on 1 of them.
The extra point kick is good.
Extra point to a foul call.
Hey, someone's got to go get the football.
8:02 left in the first quarter. Beverly Panthers 7, Gloucester Fishermen 0.
So 1 drive in, and the Panthers up 7-0 after starting with the great field position. So you like to see it right there, especially when, when you feel like you should be the better team, definitely the more physical team. Not messing around anything with the wide receivers, anything like that, especially with this win tonight. It's going to affect the passing game. And they just lined up, tight formations, no wide receivers, not even trying to hide what they were going to do, and it worked perfectly. And these are 2 teams, not really great passing teams to start with, and with this win tonight, it'll be interesting to see if anyone tries to get the passing game going. So the kick is off, maybe to about, catches it at about the 30, brought down just past the 35.
Back to their own 32-yard line.
So Gloucester will get the ball back here. Already down 7-0, went 3 and out on their last drive. And basically couldn't pick up any yardage. They had 1 good run, and then on their 3rd down play, lost it all on 1 play. Ended it up at a 4th and 10. Gloucester, another run up the middle. There is no room there, and he's going to get brought down at about the line of scrimmage.
So no gain on the play. Ball on the Gloucester 28-yard line, 33-yard line, excuse me.
Okay, you can't even.
All right, 2nd and 10. Gloucester out of the same kind of formation. 1 man straight in the backfield, another off to the side. 1 wide receiver. They bring a man in motion. And they're going to try another dive play up the middle. And again, not much room there for the running back.
Centering the ball carrier.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
No gain on the play. Bring up a 3rd
Might have
and
picked
10
up a yard or maybe just no gain at all. He might have just got back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
Here comes pass.
And as you can see there, wiping off the camera lens, as I said. Going to see that a few times probably tonight. The rain's still going. The wind is whipping.
Yeah, nuts to throw.
Try to leak that wing back.
All right. Another third down for Gloucester. Again, just one wide receiver, though. Probably just going to run this. They will. He finds himself a little bit more room that time, but not nearly enough for the first down. And that'll bring up a punting situation again for the Fishermen.
Making it back to the line of scrimmage.
We had 3 guys here.
Actually, on the official line we have here, he didn't get any yardage on that run either. So Gloucester runs 3 plays, and they all pretty much just go right back to the line of scrimmage.
The last kick only went 8 yards.
So the offensive struggles continue for the Fishermen. And the Beverly defense doing exactly what you think they should do in this matchup. Punt is away, takes a bounce at about the 45, and a nice Gloucester roll. It's going to bring it across the 40 down to about the 35.
Down at the Panther 34-yard line.
Officially here at the 34 is where the Panthers will start this drive.
On no return.
So the Panthers back out there, as we saw in the last thing. 3 runs, 2 to Moreland, 1 to Loretti. A touchdown. Didn't mess around with their formations either. No wide receivers. Bring everything in tight. Let's see if it's the same formula here. I would expect that it would be. You know, if the weather wasn't what it was tonight, I would think that this might be an opportunity to try and empty the playbook a little bit more, try some different things, some bells, some whistles, and maybe try and get Morency comfortable in the passing game. But with the weather tonight, I don't know how much any team is going to be able to throw the ball. So Morency under center, 2 men in the backfield. Run up the middle, not much room there. That was Duncan on the carry right there, and for the first time so far, unable to find much running room on that. They have him at 2 yards for that. So it'll be a 2nd and 8.
We have a timeout on the field.
So that's the right call on that defense. Yep.
Timeout called by, I believe, Gloucester right there.
Yep.
Because they want to talk something over. So, 2 possessions into this game for both teams right now. Panthers up 7-0 and looking to add on. So far, storylines pretty much pounding the football with Moreland and Loretti, and the Gloucester offense continuing with its struggles lately. As we talked about in the beginning of this is really got to feel like just what the doctor ordered for Beverly. They have played a daunting schedule to start this season. When you have to face Lynn English, Swampscott, and Marblehead all back-to-back, and they've come out of it with a 1-2 record. Even in their losses, look real good, close games, but they've come out of this stretch now banged up. Columba's, I believe they've only lost by, I don't know, about a touchdown, maybe even less actually in both of those games. So as I said, they've played great on both of them. Power formation again, 3 guys in the backfield. That was Loretti on the carry.
Drive up the middle.
Tried to find some running room up the middle, but there wasn't much there.
So as long as if you see that, if you still see
Gain of about 2 on the play. It's going to be a 3rd and 6 for the Panthers.
if you still see that, it's not gonna work. So when it goes off,
So Loretti on that carry, give it 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Well, 3rd and 8, actually. Find some running room on the outside.
Beverly with a QB
That was
keeper, number
Loretti
11,
again on the carry.
Danny Morency.
That was Danny Morency that time on the carry.
Of the first down by a yard.
And he gets just short, I believe, of that first down. So Morency on that carry for 7 yards, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 1. And I would imagine, yeah, I mean, not bringing anybody out here, especially with the way the defense has been. Of course you go for this.
Interesting.
See what they decide to do. You could have Morency keep it, or you could keep it to Moreland. And Moreland surges ahead for the first down.
Enough for a first down.
Oh, okay.
Number 8, Duncan Moore in the ball carrier. Sending the ball to the Beverly 37-yard line.
So the Panthers move the chains again. Pretty much right now, offense just substituting carries between Moreland and Loretti. Morency had 1 on this as well, though.
Oh,
Beverly number 3, Joe Loretti, the ball
Loretti
carrier.
on the
Took
carry
over
that
ball
time. Couldn't
3
find
on
a
the
ton of
play.
room, and it'll be about a 2nd and 9.
We got an injured player on the field.
And somebody down right now for Gloucester.
Hey, if Joey bounced to the outside, that he was fucking gone. If Joey bounced to the outside, that he was gone.
So right now, splitting up the carries between the two backs pretty evenly, unofficially right now. I got Moreland at about 4 carries, Loretti 3, Danny on 1. And good to see that he's able to get up and jog off under his own power.
it's okay as long as the wind is.
Back on the carry. Big hole opens up that time. Runs through 1 tackle, and he's going to go. 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Panthers. Duncan Moreland with 2 lead blockers in front of him out of that formation. Opened up a huge hole, ran through 1 arm tackle, and he was gone after that. So there's his 2nd rushing touchdown already tonight. And that one on a big play, and now the Panthers trying to tack on the extra point, even in the wind. And it is good. Loretti has been excellent on extra points this year for Beverly.
Joe Loretti kicking the extra point. 1:34 left to go in the first quarter. Beverly Panthers 14, Gloucester Fishman 0.
So with 1:34 left to go in the first quarter, the Panthers out 14-0. One on a short drive after a punt that was shanked. And then this one, a bit of a longer drive. Had to go for it on 4th down, but on a 4th and 1. And Gloucester still looking for their first down of the game.
kick all the way into the end zone.
Yeah. Kick is away, and it's going to be a touchback. So Gloucester will start at their own 20 again.
Gloucester will start off 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
All right, Gloucester trying to find anything to get this offense rolling, and another run up the middle. Looks like it'll be good for about a yard.
The Gloucester 23-yard line.
And you got to cross a little bit more than that. Cross for 3. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7. Another carry right there to the fullback. And he gets brought backwards.
Gain of about 2 on the play.
And a little bit of a fight breaks out here. Ref's able to get control of that situation pretty quickly, though. A good job there. But it looks like no gain on that run.
3rd and 5.
So it'll put Gloucester on another 3rd and long. Well, they get 2, so it'll be 3rd and 5. So 3rd and medium distance here for the Fishmen in desperate need of a first down. And the first quarter will end here with the Panthers well in control, up 14-0. So far, kind of just about what you would expect from the Panthers. They still have yet to surrender a first down, and they have run the ball extremely effectively. They have not messed around. Almost all their formations just don't even have a wide receiver. They're not trying to hide it. What they're going to do, they're going to alternate carries between Loretti and Moreland, and they're going to pound the football right at this Gloucester front 7. And it has worked out perfectly as they got a nice short field inside, deep inside Gloucester territory on their first drive, and they're able to punch it in. Start the last drive from their own 32, and it didn't matter anyway, as they were able to get a drive together before Moreland finally broke a big run to get it into the end zone.
Tuesday against Swampscott at Bass Rock. The girls JV will be playing Tuesday 4 p.m. at O'Malley. And then they'll be playing Peabody. On Tuesday, the girls' middle school will be playing Marblehead at O'Malley at 4 p.m.
So now we're just about ready to get back underway. Teams will switch fields. And now on a 3rd and 5. Gloucester, our first pass of the game is incomplete, as Curran was the one who got in there and broke that pass up. Of course it was Curran, whether it's tackles in the running game or on the passing game. The kid is everywhere.
He'll get another shot at that pop pass. That was a great read.
So that'll bring up into 4th and 5, and probably another punting situation for Gloucester. Punt is away, a pretty good punt. Bounces right at the Beverly 30 and takes a nice Panther roll as it
Beverly
goes
Panthers
forward again before it's
will
finally
start off
downed
First and 10 on their own 31-yard line.
at the 31. So relatively kind of the same exact field position that the Panthers started their last drive in. All right, 3 guys in the backfield again for the Panthers.
Beverly with a draw up the middle. Took a gain of about 2 on the play.
And he rumbles forward for a gain of 2. Looked like Moreland on that carry. So a 2nd and 8, and as we've gone through the past
Gain of 1
meetings
on the
between
play,
these two teams
2nd
last
and
year
9.
and the year before, pretty decent close matchups. Gloucester even winning one of them, so this is definitely a down. So Gloucester winning the last 2 matchups. So clearly this is a down year for the Gloucester football program. All right, and he finds some edge on the outside, gets through one tackle and brings it out across the 50.
Moves the ball into the Fisherman territory down to the Fisherman's 49-yard line. Enough for a Panther first down.
So well past the first down marker, he gets it to the Gloucester 49. And it's Loretti, I believe, again on the carry. In tight again. Moreland surges ahead
Beverly up the middle.
for a gain of it looks like about 4.
Moreland the ball carrier. Took a pickup of about 4. 3. The 2nd and 7 for the Panthers.
So we'll bring up a 2nd
On
and
the Gloucester
7.
46-yard line.
So a 3-yard carry that time from Moreland.
We have a timeout, Gloucester.
Gloucester's going to take another timeout here, probably. He may want to talk about something, or he might be just trying to give his defense a rest because they have been out there far too long and they are facing just a smash mouth, punch you in the mouth attack right now from the Panther offense, and that takes a toll on you. So right, 2nd and 7 when we get out of this timeout. Panthers controlling all aspects of this game right now. And it's nice to see them cobble these drives together, as it's been so difficult for them to do that, keep that clock running. And the defense has been dominant, and you're keeping them well rested. No reason to think that that won't keep up for the Panthers. Switching carries almost completely exclusively between Loretti and Moreland. The only other one to touch the ball, Danny Morency, had a run of his own. And now a toss play. Sticks his foot in the ground, tries to change direction and go cut it back towards the middle, but there wasn't a lot of room.
And looks like no gain on the play.
It doesn't look like
half a yard.
just got back to the line of scrimmage that time. Might have been Moreland again on the carry.
Be really careful about a play like that.
So now it'll bring up, I think, the first 3rd and long the Panthers have faced so far. So 3rd and 7, rumbles up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down. He gets it down to the Gloucester 40.
It's going to be 4th and 1 for the Panthers.
So it'll bring up another 4th and 1 for the Panthers.
They had 10 guys in the box there. The only one that wasn't was the guy covering the split. There's 10 guys that are trying to get the ball.
Oh, well.
I think the wind's blowing the camera off center a little bit there. All right, so we got it back where we need to be, a 4th and 1. Second, 4th down.
There you go.
Run up the middle, and I think he got it. He did.
Ball in the ball carrier.
Looked like Moreland again on the carry.
And first down, Panthers
Yeah, by 3 yards.
by inches.
So the Panthers moved the chains again, and they're going to keep the clock running too, as they control time of possession as well.
The first and 10 from the Gloucester 38-yard line.
So the Panthers starting with a fresh set of downs now at the Gloucester 38. Tight formation again. Everybody lined up in the box. 3 guys in the backfield. 2 lead blockers, and Danny takes it himself, and he gets down across the 35.
It's like a gain of about 4 on the play. Down to the Gloucester 34-yard line.
So Danny, with his second keeper, picks up about 4. And with everyone lined up in the box like that, these tight formations, I really like that play call by Morency. Just keep it in your quarterback's hands and have him let him run off tackle. Just to change it up without even having to throw the ball.
Rolling up the middle, hitting a wall efficiently. After a gain of about 4 on the play.
And then they're right back to those runs back up the middle to the halfbacks. Duncan Moreland on the carry there.
Third down and a long 2.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and about 3. Third down the Panthers have faced on this drive.
Moreland, the ball carrier, taking down the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, Moreland that time, and the penetration for the Fishermen was pretty much right away as he gets dragged down for a loss. So once again, the Panthers unable to pick it up on their 3rd down chance. So they'll probably go for it again on a 4th. Be 4th and about 4.
4th and 4 for the Panthers. From the Gloucester 32-yard line.
2 for 2 so far on 4th down. But both of those were 4th and 1s. This one a bit longer. Tight formation. Everyone in the box. Some of these guys, I think, are just going to guess gaps. Morency back to throw. And he underthrows his man right there. Tries to come back and make the catch. But it is incomplete. And Gloucester gets a stop and will take over on downs. So 3rd time was not the charm for the Panthers, as they had been 2 for 2 in this game on 4th down, but unable to pick it up that time as Morency rolled the dice and went with a pass, and it looked like it was there. But, you know, in this wind, in these field conditions, you can't take anything like that for granted. And Morency couldn't get enough on the throw. Underthrew him just a bit, and he was unable to reel it in. So now the Fishermen will take over, and what's been just about their best field position, trying desperately to get something going. And he gets a little bit of running room right there and takes it about to their own 40.
Out to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 3.
So a nice carry right there by Gloucester. Might be just about their largest gain so far. A 7-yard carry, and it'll be 2nd and 3. And 1 wide receiver on the outside. Panthers all eyes on the backfield. Looking like they're crashing in. Safety's creeping up. And a run. Tries to go a little off tackle right there. He's not going to get the first down. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
One on the play. Frank DeSisto. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Fishermen.
Here comes that counter.
From their own 40-yard line.
That was an easy read by him.
Gained about 1, it looks like. So it'll be a 3rd and 2 here for Gloucester. They've attempted 1 pass so far. They did that on that last drive on a 4th down. But on a 3rd and short here, you got to figure they got 2 plays, so no reason not to just run it into the line.
Nope.
And that's exactly what they did. And a nice push there takes them out across it, I believe.
Gloucester first down.
And Gloucester picks up their first down of the game.
3.5
And
yard
that
line.
might be just what they need to try and get things rolling.
1st and 10.
All right, back to throw.
Gloucester back to pass.
And it's picked off as he threw it up in the double coverage right there. I don't know if the throw was just off or the wind played a factor in that, but that floated well off target from where he wanted it and probably just about well short. And it was picked off by Duncan.
Your side, Darvin.
It's like 34.
You know, even with the weather conditions and everything, I still like the call to try and do that. It's been tough sledding for your offense so far. It's hard to think that you're going to be able to just keep moving the chains with what you've been doing. So why not take a shot right there? But unsuccessful, and now the Panthers get the ball back. Toss, finds some room on the outside, and he's going to get going. But there's a flag as he's finally brought down as he gets well across midfield, but it's going to be a hold that's going to bring this play back. It was Duncan, it looked like, on that sweep, who found himself plenty of running room.
Against Beverly.
Of course.
Holding against Beverly. That'll push him back to the 31.
But a holding call against the Panthers. And boy, I tell you, when you're not throwing the ball very much, a football game can seem crazy fast. This game has flied right along. And I believe this is our first flag, really, even too. So this game does have a nice pace to it right now.
It's 1st and 8 for Beverly.
And by the way, on cue, me talking about how fast this game was, you can hear that wind just going. I think maybe both teams want to keep that clock moving. All right, tried to find some room up the middle, but there was nothing there. Looked like Loretti on the carry.
No gain on the play. He's 2nd and 9 from the Beverly 35-yard line. It's actually a loss of 1 on the play.
All right, one lone guy in the backfield, just the guy off to the side a little bit, the tight end. He finds some running room. He's out.
Wallen with the pitch to the outside.
Across the 40. He's going to tackle shy of the 50, though.
That's see the mark. It's going to be 4th and inches.
That's a shit spot.
That's an interesting spot. I thought he got it.
What is that spot?
I thought he got it across that line. I thought he got it nearly to the 45, almost even. But they'll spot it. Yeah.
That's not even close.
Yeah, you can see Coach Morenzi on the sideline not understanding that spot either, and I don't
Yeah,
blame
first
him.
down, actually.
But the ball will be at the 43, and now another toss. Loretti, it looks like this time. He's got the first down anyway, though.
Gain of about 5 on the play.
Loretti takes the ball on a gain of 5.
First down to their own 40.
So the bad spot doesn't matter at all for the Panthers as they once again go for it on a 4th down and are successful so far. They are 3 of 4 on the 4th downs.
How many timeouts do they have? 28.
So the Panthers, looks like they took a timeout right there after that run. All right, Beverly starting with a fresh set of downs now, 1st and 10.
Beverly will draw up
And
the
try a
middle.
little trickeration right there.
Irvine, the ball carrier. Making it back
The
to
fullback
the line of
Irvine
scrimmage.
on the carry. Saw them roll that out a couple of times against Marblehead.
We got a timeout, Beverly.
And that's the first carry so far this game by someone not named Loretti, Moreland, or Morenzi for the Panthers. And Beverly will take another timeout after that play right there. Worrying about the clock, trying to get some more points, so you got to think at some point here they might have to put the ball in the air. And we all know if they do that, who they're probably going to look for. All right. So Panthers lined up with an actual wide receiver for the first time tonight.
Pass is incomplete.
And the pass is incomplete as Loretti was looking, Morenzi was looking for Duncan.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Panthers. 29.2 seconds left to go in the half.
Another 3rd down right here, 3 men in the backfield. 1 wide receiver lined up to the far side.
Walden with the ball carrier up the middle. Hit by a slew of fishermen. Took a gain of about 1 on the play. We got a timeout, Gloucester.
So Gloucester will take a timeout here in an effort to try and get the ball back for halftime.
Punt into the wind. Love it.
And, you know, I guess why not, especially since the Panthers are going to have to punt this ball into this gusting wind. So you're going to have so many things can go wrong besides just even a bad punt. You have to, your Gloucester, you have to expect that you're going to get this ball with pretty good field position, even at the worst case scenario, punting into this storm wind.
I'm trying to block you guys. That's why I'm standing here. So
Oh, you're doing a fine job.
All right,
Oh, nice.
Morenzi, the throw.
And the pass is caught, but
And he
out of
throws.
bounds.
Duncan is able to make the catch, but he's out of bounds when he does.
Gloucester, they take over on downs
Cover 4, right?
on
So-
the Beverly 49 yard.
So for the second possession in a row, Gloucester
With
able to get Beverly to turn the ball over on downs.
All right.
Really, probably just in the home area at this point.
Can't believe he threw a pass into that wing. That's nuts. I know. That's got bounce.
Well, that's a tough call right there. For him to try and throw that ball into the wind.
Block your nose if you're stuck in the box.
He's on all these
But,
sides.
you know, the thinking there is even if he gets picked off, it's almost like a punt.
Tell Carver to get over there.
He's lined up off sides.
And Gloucester,
Gloucester draw in the middle, number 21.
a run
Harrison Moss
that really got blown up, and he had to, I think, bounce in a direction he wasn't originally going to go. And that'll put an end to the first half.
Fisherman 0.
So the half ends with the Panthers out in front 14-0 and controlling all phases of this game like you would expect. Gloucester picking up just one first down. The Panthers pretty much just pounding the ball, alternating carries between Loretti and Moreland. And as we said, Dominic Lorenzano will bring you back out here for the second half in just a minute. Panthers on top, 14-0.
You are watching BevCam. Here, anyone can come to the studio to make their own local TV show. Contact us with your idea. We'll help you get started with producing your own show, editing it, and then we'll broadcast it to all of Beverly for your friends and family to see. You might even get some new fans. We also film local events like sports, music, city council meetings, and more. If you miss out on anything in town, you can catch up on it here. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Contact us at 978-927-5544 or email us at admin@bevcam.org.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome back here at Newell Stadium as we're bringing you back out here for the second half between the Beverly Panthers and the Gloucester Fishermen. As you can see on your screen, even if you're just now tuning in, you can pretty much sum up what this night pretty much has been from a weather perspective. It is crazy out there, and it's definitely affecting the game. Both teams really not throwing the ball much. Both offenses not really wasting a lot of time. They're just going to pound the football and hope that maybe they can break some big plays. Right now, Gloucester has really been unable to do that. The Panther defense has been tough as they've held Gloucester to just picking up one first down. On the flip side, the Panthers 14 points. They've done it on a normal-sized long drive when they started at their own 32. They also got Gloucester on a bad punt, and they were able to start deep inside Gloucester territory and able to punch it in that way. And for the most part, the Panthers have just been alternating carries between Loretti and Moreland. Unofficially right now, I'm trying to keep a tally here. I got Loretti at about 8 carries, Moreland at 10. Morency's kept it a few times. Irvine on a run himself also. Has just been the sharing of the load so far for the offense. Panthers have been unsuccessful though on their last 2 drives, both times turning it over on downs.
Nice kick down the.
And Mike Rhodes has the kickoff go off his hands, but he's able to pick it up.
Mike Rhodes.
And he finds some room on the outside, even after the mishap is going to get it past the 20.
And Beverly to start off on their own.
And if you're just tuning into us now, didn't see the first half, we're going to have to
25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Gonna have to bear through us through some stuff today with this wind and rain. You could see some wacky things happen to the camera. All right, Beverly back out. Pretty much been their base set a lot of the times in this game.
We got a timeout on the field.
Timeout is taken
Gloucester.
by Gloucester.
Yeah.
So just on the first play from scrimmage of the second half, it looks like the coach for Gloucester was not happy about something. Don't know what it could be. I mean, this has pretty much been the base formation for the Panthers all night. 3 guys in the backfield, no wide receivers. So the defense should be used to it. Just about everyone crowded into that box. Run. Up the middle, he slips.
Beverly with a draw up the middle. Taken by number 8, Duncan Moreland. Took a gain of about 2 on the play.
Duncan with the football kind of looked like he lost his footing there, which I'm sure there's some pretty bad field conditions right now. I'll tell you, it is amazing right now that we have not seen any fumbles so far in this game, with the field conditions being what they are. All right, as I mentioned, kind of the base formation tonight for the Panthers again. Run. Looks like Loretti tried to find some room on the outside, but he found none. And he's going to be tackled for a loss.
Loss on the play. I think a loss of about 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Might be about a 3-4 yard loss.
Third and 11.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 now for the Panthers.
From the Beverly 24-yard line.
And a run up the middle. Found some nice room that time.
Out to the 35-yard line.
Moreland gets it out to the 35.
And that's for a Beverly first down.
Still got the first.
So even on a 3rd and long, the Panthers able to pick up a first down on just a simple handoff to Duncan.
Yeah. Unlike the one we got at the end of the first half.
It's real nice to see this Panther offense being able to get back in rhythm again, being able to consistently pick up first downs. They just need that power run element back, and they have it with Duncan at least.
Moreland the ball carrier.
It looked like Moreland again up the middle.
Gain of about 4 on the play.
Picks up about 4.
Out to the Beverly 39-yard line.
Just keep your legs pumping. Just don't take you down.
So now a 2nd and 6 from the Beverly 39. Toss play. Has some room, jumps over one tackle, but he's eventually tripped up by that same tackle he jumped over, but not before picking up a couple extra yards.
So for it's going to be a 3rd and a long 2 for the Panthers.
So it'll bring up another 3rd down, 3rd and 2 for Beverly. Out, across, easily past the first down and more. Runs through a couple tackles, he's free. Across the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Panthers, as Loretti breaks through. And the Panthers on their first drive here in the second half punch it in. And no signs of slowing down right now for Beverly. Second time the Panthers have popped a big running play for a touchdown. Moreland did it earlier. Now Loretti has himself one here. And that happens a lot of times, especially when you keep seeing the same kind of stuff over and over again, defense can get a little frustrated even. And everyone comes crashing down on those plays. You pick your gaps wrong, or you just miss a tackle in the gap. There's no one left behind you on the second layer of the defense to pick up the slack, and there wasn't really a lot after Loretti got through the initial tackle. Loretti's able to knock in the extra point again as well too, so it's 21-0 Beverly. So now both backs tonight for the Panthers have touchdowns, 2 for Moreland, 1 for Loretti. I think the camera, the wind might be getting a bit of the camera again. That time, the kick is away, kind of a squibber. And Gloucester takes it out to about their own 35.
Gloucester 30.
So Gloucester will start with the ball at their own 34.
Maybe one more possession with the win.
Gloucester will start off 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
So Gloucester back out there, so far only picking up 1 first down on this drive, and they have to face a very well-rested and fresh Beverly defense. And I don't say that just because it's the first drive since halftime. I say that because for the most part, the Panthers have dominated time of possession and kept their defense rested.
Harrison Marshall, the ball carrier, to the outside.
Duncan Moreland looks like the one who got that tackle as he tried to find some running room on the outside, but he found very little.
2nd and 9 for the Sixers from their own 35
Gains about a yard.
line.
Second 9.
Gloucester gain up about 1 on the play.
Runs to the near side, but it looks like he picked up about a yard again.
Billy Adams did a good job.
It would have been Billy Adams on the tackle that time. One of those big D linemen for this Panther front 7.
Tell Curran his pick's coming now. Here comes puck pass. '87's on this side.
All right, 3rd and 8, tight formation, 1 wide receiver. Handoff, nothing. Jonas Pavia on the tackle, met him right away at the line of scrimmage and swung him down. He was having none of the running back getting out of that vice grip. And I'll bring up a 4th and long for the Fishermen.
I don't think they're punting.
And a decision time to see if you even bother punting at this point, or if you feel like you just got to go for this.
Watch a quick kick.
Yeah, it's some kind of trick play.
Looks like they will opt to punt, though.
It's just going to try and draw him offside.
Offense.
Torino's pass is incomplete, intended for number 35.
He had him wide open.
Isaiah Centerling. And Beverly will take over on downs.
So Beverly
on the
takes over on
Gloucester
downs.
36-yard line.
I'm turning into my high school coach. I never thought I would.
That stretch dive left here, as you remind him, that was wide open. Stretch dive left with Duncan. If he didn't put that on the turf, that was wide open.
So the Panthers take over with great field position at about the Gloucester 37.
Low in the ball carrier up the middle.
And Moreland, another run. Picks up
Taken down
solid
about
yardage
the
right there.
Gloucester 28-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Takes it down for about a 7-yard pickup. Like that yelling I hear, is that the Gloucester coach? He's been yelling just about all game. Telling them, get on the ball. Morency has one guy penetrate, but he's quickly picked up by one of the guys in the backfield on a nice run for Loretti.
Down to the Gloucester 21-yard line, enough for Kansas first
As Loretti takes it for about a 7-yard carry and out to the Gloucester 21.
Tell him 2 hands on the ball. 2 hands on the ball.
Loretti.
All right, just one guy in the backfield that time, and a toss play to Moreland. Runs through one tackle, nearly runs through another as he drags him forward for another couple of yards and takes it down across
6-yard line.
the Gloucester 5.
Another Panther first down. First and goal from the Gloucester 6. I'm sorry, 7.
Correction, didn't quite get it past the Gloucester 5. It'll be at the Gloucester 6.
He doesn't do that. 2 years in a row.
The heavy workloads tonight for Loretti and Moreland continue. And a great run that time. One guy in the backfield, toss play. And he ran through one tackle. Moreland, as we've talked about, the other physical aspect of this running game. And he'll run right through another guy and into the end zone for a Panther touchdown.
Touchdown.
So Beverly, 2 drives here in this third quarter, 2 touchdowns, and taking a commanding 27-0 lead.
They go for 2. See what they go for 2.
A lot of that drive was a lot of the ready to start, and they finished it with Moreland. A nice toss. Picked them up about 15 yards and then finished it off with another physical run from Duncan as he ran right through a tackle.
That's good.
And the kick that say went through,
Extra point kick is
and it's
good.
28-0.
3:29 left to go in the third quarter.
Boy, I tell you, that is a tired Gloucester defense. It looked like on that last run from Moreland, the guy might have had a chance to bring him down, but it looked like he really just wanted no part of Duncan.
That's this good or Gloucester's this bad? They're in a down year. Last year they made it the Super Bowl last year. So.
Beverly controlling all aspects and definitely the more physical team here today, and especially showed off by those couple of runs by Moreland. So Duncan punches it in for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. All right, holding that ball as they knew to tonight on just about all these kicks.
The short kick covered up by number 14, Jeffrey Allen at the Gloucester 34-yard line. Gloucester will start off 1st and 10.
So Gloucester will start, it looks like, at about their own 34. Pretty consistent kind of range that they've started.
Early for that, fellas. Keep the front ones ready. Sweet.
All right, Gloucester trying to find some positives for their offense, and they got a decent run right there to start out this drive. So we said starting at about their own 34, been pretty consistent kind of range they've started all their drives at today. They're still looking for their first down here in the second half. Just one on this game so far. So another injured Fisherman on the field right there, number 21. But again, looks like he's going to be able to get up under his own power and walk off.
Go, buddy. So Wheeler took QB sneak here. Yeah, I know.
Mike Gloucester, a run to the outside. Oh, it looked like if he had just turned it upfield, he might have been able to pick up a little bit of yardage, but he decided, I don't know, a little stutter step, thinking that he needed to continue to try and get that ball further to the outside, and it was to his detriment as he was eventually run down.
We have a 3rd and 7 from the Gloucester 37-yard line.
Gloucester facing another 3rd down, a 3rd and 5. Run up the middle, and he got it.
Up the middle. He's going to be close to the 1st down.
And he's across for a 1st down.
Number 35. Isaiah Santoline, the ball carrier, enough for a Gloucester 1st down. Up to the Gloucester 44-yard line.
Sniff that play out every time.
Trying to assist of the ball carrier, gain of about 1 on the play.
And Gloucester with about a 1-yard carry. Brings it out to about their own 46. And a 2nd and 9. Tight formation, 1 guy in the backfield, bring a man in motion. Has some room on the outside, takes it across the 50 and into Panther territory.
Santoline, the ball carrier. A little short of a 1st down. To the 3rd and about 1.
And that'll bring a 3rd and 1 now for the Gloucester offense.
Just let know he's close to being late on that hit.
But so far, Gloucester
I appreciate
putting together what's been kind of their best drive. They moved the ball across
That's
into Panther territory. And trying to cobble together what would be their third first down of the game, and I think he got it on the quarterback sneak.
Down to the 45-yard line. Enough for another Gloucester first down.
Yep, gets it out to the 45, and it's a first down for the
And
Fishermen.
that'll do it for the end of the third quarter.
And that'll bring this third quarter to the end. In the third quarter, that was all Panthers. As they got the ball on 2 possessions, they scored touchdowns on both of them, and now they're out to a very, very commanding 28-0 lead over Gloucester. And you know, it's been the same thing pretty much. Alternating carries between Loretti and Moreland. And Moreland and Loretti both able to get touchdowns. In that third quarter, the defense has stayed very, very strong. Forced 2 3-and-outs by the Gloucester offense. Gloucester now pushing a little bit, picking up back-to-back first downs for the first time tonight. And they've pushed it across to the Beverly 45.
So, Gloucester doesn't have a band.
Cheerleaders left and the band probably not back.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, Gloucester tried to do a little trickeration, fake handoff to the running back and get the fullback going in the opposite direction, but nobody was fooled for Beverly, and he's dropped for a loss.
We have a 2nd and 12.
Be about a 2-yard loss, and it's going to be a 2nd and 12.
Didn't get a first down today.
All right, another handoff, little off-tackle run. He finds some nice running room, pushes it out across the 40.
A 9-yard gain.
That is a 9-yard gain on the run.
38-yard
So
line.
being a 3rd and 3.
So we have a 3rd and 3.
Nope.
Centering the ball.
Another handoff there, tried to find some running room, but there was none.
Looks like a loss of 1 on the play. Going to bring up a 4th and 4.
So I'll bring down a 4th and 4 now for Gloucester. So Gloucester just trying to gain some positives here. Chain together 2 first downs on this drive for the first time so far in the game. Now they're faced with a 4th and 4, trying to pick up their 3rd first down. And, you know, you got to be thinking for them, trying to get some points as they have been shut out in their last 2 matchups. And a little trickeration, kind of an end around.
Snipped that right out.
Going to be close. See the mark.
And there was some serious bells and whistles there on that play. A lot of movement, guys. 2 different guys going in different directions.
First down.
And the 3rd guy going to the near side is the one who got the ball and is able to pick up the first down.
Number 12, Toby Campbell, the ball carrier.
So Gloucester really went into the playbook that time to try and pick up that first down.
I don't know how that worked.
Me neither. We had 13 on the last one.
I know. Might.
How'd that happen?
Yep. And a toss to the far side, and another decent run for the Fishermen.
Frank DeSisto, the ball carrier. Number 26, Frank DeSisto, picking up 8 on the play.
That's an 8-yard carry. It'll be a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 for the Fishermen.
I just want to say, Coach.
All right, these guys gotta tighten the fuck up then.
Another run. Looked like about a kind of a draw. They gave it to the front man.
Enough for another first down.
And that's good for another first down. So 4th first down of the drive now for Gloucester.
25-yard line.
He's right there. The last 2 plays, he was right there.
So Gloucester in the midst of what's by a long shot been their best drive of the game and trying to put points on the board desperately. Another toss. This time to the near side, not quite as much running room that time for him.
Picked out to number 26, Frank DeSisto. Looks like a gain of about 5 on the play. 4.
That's a 5-yard
Gain
gain.
of 4. Now the
Correction, it'll be about a 4-yard gain, actually, it looks like.
2nd and 6.
So a 2nd and 6. One wide receiver, one man in the backfield. Now they'll motion another guy into the backfield, and the motion man gets the toss. And he's going to get brought down at about the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss of a yard.
So a loss of about 1 on the play.
That'll be a loss of 1. That'll bring a 3rd and 7 now.
3rd and 7 for the
Gloucester
Fishermen.
faced with another 3rd and long.
Yeah, he's got to tighten this. Keeps slipping.
I say that was a nice piece of camera work there by our man right there on that gust of wind. It was moving a little bit. He's able to get it right back into place. It's a good job, Mark. All right, 3rd and long again. They've picked up 4 first downs. They bring another man in motion and a run. Up the middle. Not much there,
Up the middle.
but you know they'll go for it on 4th.
Like a gain of about 2 on the play.
So it's a 2-yard carry, so it'll be a 4th and 5. The 4th and about as long as it took for them to get the other one, and now we'll give you the road ahead here for the Panthers.
Tell the linebackers it's either pop pass or counter.
It'll be next Saturday. They get Danvers, and then after that, Peabody. So those are 2 big matchups within the NEC North. And with Beverly dropping both their first games in that NEC North, they need to win both those.
Sweet.
Oh, they got it.
And if they beat Danvers, they could get some help too today, because Danvers had a big matchup with Swampscott going on right now.
Yeah. I refuse to accept that. You stated
And
it wrong.
actually, I just got a score from a producer right now. Danvers is ahead of Swampscott 7-6. I wonder how late in the game that is. That's amazing for me to think that Graham and Zana and that passing attack for Swampscott has been held to just 6 right now. But Gloucester was unsuccessful
Are we going second out here?
on that. It'll be a turnover on downs. Oh no, it looks like they were successful.
Oh, man.
So since it's second out, I'm going to say make it group like there.
Well, right now, yeah, taking some time, but yeah, it was a turnover on downs like I thought. And it looks like the second team offense is in right now for the Panthers. Anthony Pascarozzi taking over at quarterback.
Come on.
It's like Irvine and DeJesus in the backfield. So with this one well in hand right now, Beverly will give some snaps to the second team guys. And as we mentioned, some big matchups on the horizon for the Panthers after dropping those games inside their NEC North to Swampscott and Marblehead. They are not out of it, but they're going to have to win these games against Danvers and Peabody. And that's no easy task, but with how shorthanded, especially in the last game the Panthers were, and still able to play Marblehead tough, you have to like their chances. And tonight, things have worked out exactly how you kind of hoped. You got this opponent that you feel you should be able to dominate, and they've done just that. And it gives you some time to heal up and get healthy.
Pitch goes the sweep to the outside. Number 38, the ball carrier, Jeremiah DeJesus.
That was number 38 on that carry. We don't really have that with us right now.
We have a penalty on Beverly.
But it's a penalty flag on Beverly anyway. But as I mentioned, those big games against Danvers and Peabody coming up, and tonight has worked just the way you wanted it to. You hoped to control the aspects of this game, and it was a daunting schedule that you played. And this is a nice way to get some rest and get these guys healthy. And hopefully you're going to get Malumba back. You'll get Jay Sean back to face Danvers next. And when you get those two back, that's really big, especially Malumba. And Malumba complements, well, Jay Sean is going to complement Malumba so well. And we've seen it before because you pound the football so much with Malumba on that power run. It allows you to use Jay Sean in just the way that his game is meant for. And that's to be able to use him on sweeps, get him on the outside, and get him in space because he is a terrific athlete, a sensational runner, and he can just about outrun anyone. So that's a guy you really want to get in space. You don't want to have to always be giving him the ball to run it between the tackles. And when you get Malumba back, I mean, Moreland has done a fine job tonight and really did a good job against Marblehead in the backfield. But if you get Moreland back at that wide receiver spot, it might stop people from pounding the box with bringing safeties all up and putting, 9 guys in the box because they have to respect Moreland on the outside. So be able to get all your weapons back on offense. You get fully reloaded and ready to go at these next 2 games.
So we have a 4th and 10.
So now a 4th and 10 for Beverly will force them to punt this football away.
So his punt is off.
Punt is away. And I thought he'd try and field that. For someone who wasn't, he sure stayed close to the ball.
Gloucester will start off 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line.
So now with under 4 minutes to go in this game here in the 4th quarter, Beverly looking to close out a much-needed victory. All right, Fishermen back on offense, coming off what was their best drive of the game so far. They were unable to punch it in, though, with points. They were able to pick up 4 first downs on the drive before they eventually stalled out inside the Panther red zone.
Took a loss of 2 on the play.
But that time on the running play, he found absolutely nothing. And he was dropped for a loss of 2.
The ball carrier. 2nd and 12, 1 minute left to go in the game.
I want you to keep the camera running for 2 minutes after the game.
Okay.
Gloucester up the middle. Took a gain of about 7 on the play.
It's about under a minute left to go now. And I have to say one other thing, not that it's made a difference in this game. I am still shocked there has been no fumbles tonight with the field conditions what they are.
And it looks like they're just going to let the clock run out. And that'll do it for the
And that'll do it here from
Beverly
Newell
Panthers
Stadium.
28, Gloucester
And
Fishermen
Beverly
0.
dominates in this one and finishes it off with a score of 28-0. The Panthers take it over the Fishermen. And Malumba's still out in this game. That means back-to-back weeks he's been out. We hope to get him healthy for next week. They did a wonderful job of splitting up sharing the load on the carries between Loretti and Moreland. And obviously this is a running team, but with the weather tonight, no real reason to take unnecessary risks throwing the football into that wind. So it was a ground-heavy attack tonight. Moreland 3 touchdowns. Loretti added a touchdown of his own. The Beverly defense was staunch as they allowed, in total, they allowed just 5 first downs. Unofficially, I got that, but just about 5 first downs to Gloucester. Gloucester couldn't get a first down even in the first quarter or in the third quarter. They had to wait until the fourth quarter to even string together multiple ones. So Beverly does exactly what they needed to tonight, dominates all aspects of this one. Offensively, they look good, controlled the line of scrimmage, far more physical, and they win it 28-0. And the hope is get everyone healthy as they get the rest that they needed in this one after that tough schedule. Now they'll be right back to the grind facing Peabody, well, Danvers next, and then Peabody in must-win games. So that'll do it here tonight from Newell Stadium. This is Dominic Lorenzano signing off. We'll see you again at home against Danvers. Good night, everyone.